Hey YouTube, I'm back. And I've recovered all my 13 Sentinels progress. It wasn't that hard. Didn't take too long, honestly. It sounds quiet even on my end. Oh. I had my headphones set differently. Okay. I've got very little grass touching to do today. I don't know why I scheduled all of my intense RPG sessions on the odd days where I go water things for way too long. But here we are, we're back. 71, 80, 57. This is crazy. But we've got a bunch of people cleared. Right. Still got to do some Juro for Megumi. He's up there. Goto's up there. Takatoshi is almost unlocked. So I say we tackle Ryoko. And then I think Juro might be the only other available one. Oh. Let's do Ryoko. And then Keitaro Miura. And then Juro. And then Megumi. And then we'll get into Takatoshi. Maybe I even jump into Takatoshi in A before. But we're going to start off the stream with Ryoko. Last time, honestly, the end of a bunch of people's storylines so far have mostly involved them getting in the robot, which is cool, but it's not super revelation dense. Iori had a really cool conversation with Chihiro, which was a little unexpected. The whole game has been kind of sort of like painting the picture of Chihiro trying to replace Iori's personality with her own because of the whole compatibility issue, but that's like no longer on the table. Chihiro learned something in between the last time we've seen her plotting and all of the flashbacks we've seen and when Iori and her had the conversation, which was that like surviving as her original self through loops is not actually possible. It's not actually what she and Juro have been doing. Presumably, like, adult, broad-back Terminator-style Juro Izumi already knows this. But Chihiro just learned it somewhat recently. Or perhaps recently, as in, like, Iori's storyline. I'm still skeptical as to whether or not a lot of these stories that are ending with them getting in the robots are like before yet another loop. They could be. And to be perfectly honest, it could be the case that like almost all of these storylines end before yet another loop, and then the final battle stuff is like after Goto or somebody else's story that does crazy BS. But let's get into Ryoko because she's had some crazy stuff go on. She's definitely kind of at the heart of why the Deimos are even attacking. So let's go, Ryoko. Let's find out what's up. Starting the same way as normal. Same way as like the past few instances. Though I don't know if Goto was brooding quite as hard in the beginning of the last ones. Yeah, no, okay, this is the same. I still have no idea where we get surveillance footage, but I guess we'll go here? Because everything else is, like, ended off. Right?
Answer the question.
1985. I know what you're going to say. I'm fine, all right?
I see.
I just forgot to take my pills, that's all.
You know it has to happen with her sometime. What's the last thing we learned? Sekigahara? What can we even use on her? Ida! That's an old one, I think. What are your thoughts on Ida?
He didn't die in 2064.
Right. How did you learn that?
He helped me when I got here. How could I forget something that important?
All right, you knew that all along, because you were working with him just like in Yuki's storyline. Right? What do you have to say about
About
Ida?
Mr. Ida. Where is he?
He's been missing ever since the battle.
What?
You don't remember?
She thinks he's been missing.
Take those when you're head. The medicine is a... You may...
Okay.
It hurt.
Oh, we're already hurting. Time to guzzle like 5 or 6 pills. Oh, you know what I should probably do? Pop out my chat. As usual, I'm extremely prepared to stream. I definitely wasn't just rushing to get everything together immediately after running a bunch of errands for Grandma, taking care of some stuff around the house, and getting some watering set up. I should be able to get through at least this story before I have to go take that in, though. I think I've got, like... I could leave it out there for a while, honestly. Maybe like an hour. What else can we think about?
Sekigahara isn't 426.
Yeah, you know that already.
Who's the one that messed with the Sentinels?
That's a good
The
question.
coordinates for shifting they're set in 40.
Okay.
Fuyusaka
And you don't know about the
Kisaragi.
16-year jump that Chihiro and Jiro Izumi do.
Yakushi. All of the compatible. Sekigahara. Akun is a year younger than me.
I wonder
How could I think he was the culprit?
if them all being first years is actually important.
Run away?
Isn't Ryoko a second year?
Why do I need number 14? Izumi. He has the same symptoms as I do.
Yeah, sort of.
Morima. She's been much. She wants to change both. I can't believe.
You can't believe what she says, but... Wait, what else can we use on
We're
Morimura?
still unable...
I heard. Just tell me when.
We're unable to
There
do
must
that,
be some
like,
sort of
from
clue.
here.
Something that happened in 2064.
These pills, but it's the only.
Why are you still glowing?
About Mr. Where?
He's been... There must be something that...
Mr. He didn't. He helped me. About Miss.
Why are you
There
still
must
glowing?
be something that
Normally their
happened.
text goes, like their name goes red whenever there's nothing left to say. Goto?
Are you all right?
I mean, you know the answer to that.
You don't need to worry about.
I feel like
me.
I'm in a loop now. I've definitely said that at the beginning of... Oh, her name is Red.
Where are you going?
To the 3rd
Stop
floor.
That's not happening.
Is that where you normally go? Is that where all the first year students are? Weren't they in 1C? No, okay, never mind. I've got to find some way to get here. Exit the hallway, staircase. Don't need to go to the vending machines. Can we go ahead and walk away? I don't think so.
You don't have to.
Don't say it like my job is to help.
Goto, you're so incredibly sus. Before we talk to them, still Megumi and Jiro's not out yet.
Yakushi, can I talk to you? I guess there's really nothing to about. You know, you.
Think about who the compatible girls are. Oh, hey, Jiro. Again.
Izumi-kun, I'm what?
I've already
We were just
asked
thinking
you.
about how he's not...
Goto-senpai.
How he's got the same symptoms.
Go ahead.
Coming up. He's ready. Hey, look at that girl.
Still thinking about running, though.
Kisaragi, can I talk? Goto-senpai! Is there something I can help you with? Anything at all?
Thank you, Mawako. You're the
Yeah.
best.
Do you like sweet, senpai?
Oh, no.
Did you just tell me? What sort of women do you like?
Well,
Goto's distracted.
I-
Go on, did you? What do you do when you're...
I'd
My
rather...
head.
Oh, great. Yeah, okay.
Do you like sweet, senpai?
Oh,
It
no.
hurts. What sort of women do you like?
Well,
What do you do when you're dating? This should make me feel a little...
I'd rather not
'Kay.
say.
Do you like
Last time we went to the stairs...
Oh, no.
What sort of women do you like?
Don't I... Well, I don't want to go to the drink machines. Let's go to the cafeteria all by yourself. You see anything different?
But I took...
This is kind of the same. The interrogated flashback. We already know about Ida. I don't know what I need for this, though. Shu, we ran into you last time, too. No. Go ahead and take him.
I just...
Or not.
Who...
Come on, it's me,
Amikuchi.
I love the
me
vocal
alone.
filter.
Senpai.
I've never seen him before. But then...
You've definitely seen him
why
before.
does he seem...
I also feel like we've been here. Is this just a flashback?
I'm fine. I just need to take...
I don't know if we took them last time or not.
See...
It seems familiar. Maybe we can just walk on. Yeah. What did anyone see here? I don't know if I remember a scene with Yuki.
I guess they're done selling. My head, it hurts.
Already, at the beginning of every scene, you would think every other person in this school
Empty. That was the last of them. I need to get more pip. The
be
nurse's
like-
office should have some.
Why is she constantly chugging pills? Oh no! These both lead here. Don't take the last pill. Gotcha. Not chased by Kisaragi either. Let's go back here then. This is very much like
I guess they're... My head
a puzzle piece of
That girl.
what to do.
Shino, what are you doing?
What?
Those black suits? They're looking for you.
For me?
For her?
Who are you?
I'm an undercover agent for the SIU too. Did you forget that already?
Sorry, undercover agent?
She doesn't remember anything about
Shit,
Ida.
My head.
Four Eyes has something on you. That's why you've been forced into being a spy for him.
4 Eyes?
Tetsuya Ida, from the Special Investigations Unit.
Mr. Ida. But why would he...
Keep talking, Yuki.
What about when we shifted back here? In the science room?
Can you remind me?
Please? I remember Yuki going through the science room. I suppose it was through the science room to go save Natsuno. Like, what is this immediately after? Right, yeah,
What
sure.
the hell?
Sakura High, Sector 4.
The first one you set up. The gate in the science room.
This is right at the end of... Shit, who's... Man, I don't play this game for 2 days, and, like, it's hard to keep everything straight, right? Shu and... Yeah, Shu and Ryoko, I think at the end of Shu's storyline, went to go to Sector 3 to chase after... to go find Yuki. And she was being held by Ida in some black suits.
Amiguchi's not here. Shit, we left him.
Tell me the truth, Mr. Ida. Am I just being used?
I mean, yes, obviously.
Because if that's what you want, then I don't care. But you having feelings for another girl?
Always has. It's always been an older, different Tomi.
I can't accept that. Mr. Ida, you were just going to throw us aside, like nothing. Also, you could have a do-over with her.
How does his plan even work? Did he just want a reset to happen? And then he would, like, carry his own data and an old copy of Tomi and just live with her for 16 years?
Shinonome-kun, just take a breath. This is all a big misunderstanding.
Come on,
Ever since
Yuki.
I saw the recordings
Sounds like
from
he's
the
lying.
lab, I can't take it.
You're confused. You need to take your pills and calm down.
I've made my decision.
I don't think she's confused this time, actually.
I know what I
Which is
said
kind of
won't
great.
deactivate.
Yeah, do it! Do it!
Wait, Shinonome-kun.
I mean, he's got a bunch of answers and info that I want to learn, but fucking do it!
Goodbye, Mr. Ida.
Murked. So many characters get shot so many times. And in fact, that's like the third... That's at least the second time we've seen that version of Ida get shot.
So, do you remember now?
It still, like, gets to me that he and Shu look nothing alike. Nothing alike. They don't have the same eyes. They don't have the same nose. They don't have the same chin. They don't have the same hair. Every single other character we've seen, where we've seen like a future past version of them, we've seen like a 2187, 2188 version of them, they look like that character. They look like an adult version of these characters. You know, Yuki's adult version looks like her plus 10 or 15 years. Same with Minami. Same with Miura. Same with Juro and Iori. And with Izumi and Chihiro. Goto looks like plus 50 years. Ogata. I mean, all of them, they look like their characters, except for Shu Amaguchi and Tetsuya Ida. Tetsuya Ida said something about he was the one who dropped Shu off in the care of the Amaguchis, which makes sense that, like, even though his primary goal seems to be to, I don't know, get an OG Tomi Kisaragi back somehow, and with him, even though it kind of seems like he could have accomplished that a while ago by just making another android or a clone, or maybe he's waiting for a reset, and then he was going to put his old version of Tomi into the reset clone of Tomi, the new Tomi, and however that rebuild of everything works. But it seems like he maybe could have done that already. Like, Chihiro did the same thing with her clone, with baby Chihiro, baby Morimura. But we don't know that she, like, planned and drew up baby Chihiro. Although it kind of seems like she would, because all of these different sectors are kind of progressing at the same time, and then they reset after 15 or 16 years, right? And that's the way the whole loops thing works. And things just get rebuilt. But baby Chihiro is not the same age as Iori. So it seems like, 5 or 6 years ago, Chihiro Morimura, adult latex person Morimura, hello nurse Morimura, she made the clone 5 or 6 years ago instead of at the beginning of this reset. And that's why she's still a tiny little child. Baby Morimura. This game's, the way it treats its character and its timeline and its plot is so fucking crazy. So, getting back to what I started this off on, it's crazy to me that Tetsuya Ida looks absolutely nothing like Shu Amaguchi. And the only thing that kind of, sort of explains that is that we've seen Amaguchi talk about how... Not Amaguchi. We've seen Ida, old Ida, in one of Amaguchi's memories, talk about how he kind of changed his look and appearance to try and be cool for Tomi. And maybe Shu is kind of doing the same thing. Not specifically for Yuki, but like before that. And so maybe at some point Tetsuya Ida changed again. But like he'd have to be dyeing his hair. One of the two of them would have to be dyeing their hair. Because like they don't look the same. At all. It's wonky. Anyway, this is definitely new here with Ryoko.
No, there's no way. I shot him?
Oh, and it makes sense that Ida would set Shu up with the Amaguchis being all, like, rich and wealthy and super comfy, and maybe even part of Shikishima. Although he might still have plans for that there. Because he's clearly more concerned with himself than he is with the overall state of everything. Whereas Chihiro and Izumi, it's not really clear. It seemed like we saw recordings where Chihiro Morimura was maybe thinking, okay, well, maybe Juro and I can get out of this. But maybe that was before a couple of loops. But after their first one, for sure. Anyway, Ryoko just did the good thing and shot Ida. I did kind of want more information out of him. Maybe that's why she's been one of the two reasons. She also saw that log of her saying she started everything. Maybe that's why she's constantly waking up in the nurse's office and why she's doing worse and worse. Because, like, she's in a horrible, horrible mental state to begin with, and then two big sources of stress. Right? Yeah, I mean, you shot him, but
And you booked it out of there.
you wanted to shoot him.
Anyways,
Remember that part,
Four Eyes
too.
wasn't budging. I had no choice but to call in the black suits.
Is Mr. Ida... is he okay?
How would I know?
Haven't heard from him since.
No.
He's fucking dead, Ryoko. Good job.
Couldn't have.
Probably.
It's hard to imagine he's okay after that. Might even be dead.
He's probably dead.
I still don't really understand. Why'd you do it?
I saw a recording.
Uh-huh.
A recording of what?
No. Stop. I don't want to remember no more. I don't want to.
You saw the recording of you saying that he was playing all of you. Right? Is this a different recording? It's not the one we saw back in the UFO, because Yuki saw that too.
There's no time. I need to hurry. I need to find as much as I can today.
And remember it somehow.
Where did I leave off? Accessing Mr. Ida's
I imagine that's a question you have, like, permanently. What was I just doing?
Log 3214. And the next one is...
These gonna be video logs?
research on AI?
Okay, we knew that much was going on. Like, a lot of it.
The data's gone.
Not
Strange.
surprising.
The log just ends here?
Can you look up, like, a change log?
The most recent
You know?
log is from 3 years ago. Anything more recent than that has been deleted.
I feel like the Tomy android that 426 took over probably existed before 3 years, or after 3 years ago. You know, more recently than 3 years ago. Oh, shoot again!
Good thing I had my gun.
Is that your gun, or is that Sekigahara's gun?
That's weird. They shouldn't have been able to get in. I locked the passageway door behind me.
You know what that means, right?
The surveillance camera. Maybe there's something on there.
Hey, surveillance footage. Maybe someone else unlocked it,
Surveillance footage
right?
from when I came here last.
Maybe you just forgot you were with somebody.
Found it.
Ryoko's the least reliable narrator.
Morimura and Renya Goto have been here a few times, so
Yeah, we know
they're the
that
ones
much.
that opened the passageway. Okay, maybe if I keep going back through the footage,
Maybe you didn't lock it, like, immediately before coming in here?
I'll find out who deleted the lock.
That's a good idea. Jeez. Flashback. Flash forward to cafeteria. Flashback. Flash forward through surveillance footage. Let's do it. See, that looks like Shu. But even his eyebrows are not the same as Ida.
I apologize for having to use this body.
Maybe that's just because it's right next to his hair.
I did not anticipate that 426 would take yours from you.
Oh, hey, Tomy.
I'm sorry. You made that body
Is that Tomy? That doesn't sound... Is that Karabe?
just for me.
No. I'm
Like
the
Tamao?
one who let my guard down. I'll make you another, right away.
You should make bodies for the others instead of me.
Yes, well, unfortunately, they no longer need bodies.
Because of the Sentinels,
So you're aware.
you're going to trick the UFO into thinking it's being controlled by the compatible by putting our bodiless friends into the Sentinels.
Sure. Why is that doable? But, like, that's... These are data being versions of these characters instead of, like, the biometrics of Morimura and Izumi.
That's right. Although I'm still unsure how successful we will be, the UFO is not easily deceived.
Right.
Then put put me into a Sentinel too.
Don't be ridiculous. If you're discovered, you'll be removed as a foreign entity. It's too risky. Miura and Hijiyama can handle it. They lived as humans in an era of war anyway.
Okay, so you helped put the Miura AI into the Sentinel. 17. Which is the same one in the bot, the same one that deleted itself to make room for all the data of the records that were in 17. Who are we talking to? It doesn't sound like Tomi. It's definitely not Juro Izumi. Is it Tamal Kurabe?
Look at me. I'm not Tomi Kisaragi anymore.
Okay.
But if I transfer you into this world's Tomi Kisaragi, everything will be back to normal.
Except that erases the current girl who is Tomi Kisaragi in this world. Like, that's still murder. It's extremely sci-fi, right? When you can start transferring consciousnesses between bodies, and you have AI who are fully self-aware and can think for themselves and feel things, those AI are essentially people. Like, they may not be human, they may not be like the same as you or me, but they're still consciousnesses who are people and have their own thoughts and feelings and desires and all of that. So if you were to forcibly erase the consciousness of someone else so that you could just shunt a new consciousness in there, or in this case an old one, you're still killing somebody.
My research has been progressing. You'll be able to come back.
No.
You should just put her in a clone body that doesn't have a consciousness to begin with, kind of like Chihiro Morimura did to baby Morimura. I hope. Maybe she murdered the baby version of herself to put in her full consciousness in baby body, limited to baby memories and experiences in mind. Maybe. It's super wacky either way.
Absolutely not. How could you even consider it? She's still me.
Right, this Tomi knows.
Sacrificing someone so I can take their place. I could never forgive you for that, Itakun.
Tomi.
Right? You shouldn't. Tomi's right.
Please, put me into a Sentinel.
I'll think about it.
But he doesn't. Or maybe he does, but she ends up on the... I was about to say on the UFO. She ends up on the orbiting craft.
Anyway, I need to make some adjustments. I'm gonna shut off the power for now.
Kind of like wiping her memory of this conversation. You cold shithead.
Why can't you see?
'Cause she's better than you. I'm glad you got shot.
The only person I want to save is you. I don't care who has to die
You-
for it.
Okay, well, that's fucked. In one sense, you already literally have her saved as data on your hard drive. Build a clone body like Chihiro Morimura did.
None of this means anything if you're not here.
Also, be bigger and better than that. Move on. You could still have Android Tomi, OG Tomi, as a friend.
It's just as he said. If I had just put her in another body from the start, none of this would have happened.
What? Like, that sounds kind of straightforward, but what do you mean none of this would have happened? Did you... I'm trying to square that with, like, Ryoko saying that she set everything up to loop endlessly and screw over everybody repeatedly, endlessly, forever.
Her original consciousness data is still in the UFO.
Even now, you call it the UFO.
No. What if we just start over from the beginning?
After another loop. But why would that be on surveillance footage from like 3 years ago?
From that day. Then I can transfer her data into the new Tomi Kisaragi. She'd never have to know.
I mean, clearly this is what you were going to do. And what you did, right? It's already happened.
We just need to reset things.
Again.
It'll all be better that way.
after getting a good look at that version of Ida, the adult Shu Ida, I want to take a look at, like, dark hair, dark glasses, Tetsuya Ida again. Oh, we get we get multiple updates. Although Tetsuya Ida was authorized to use Sentinel number 16, Tsukasa Okino was able to help transfer authorization over to Kisaragi, and he is the one who created the Sentinels. He also woke up Miyuki Inaba, who was shut off by Ida. Right, this happened at the end of Shu's segment. The idol Miyuki Inaba, who is also the control system for Sentinel 16, gone missing after the Sentinel infection incident. Okay, so she bolted from the Sentinel to the orbiting satellite station. Whether it's a station or something much bigger, like a ship, who knows? The idol Miyuki Inaba is the other Tomi Kisaragi. Inaba's songs sounded just like the song Kisaragi used to sing in middle school, but rearranged to an 80s style. I think I read that last time. Maybe I didn't read it after getting all my data back. 2018 Tomi terraforming. Yeah, I think we read all of this. According to Kisaragi's report, February 8th, 2188, the simulation for the 25th terraforming attempt revealed that it took 1,800 years for a type. Yeah, it took a long time. Objective for her experiment and study was to determine how long it would take, how many times the final phase needed to be redone. Before any harm could come to these facilities is a really odd sentence to end that on. What does that even mean? Like, were they planning on... Was part of the plan to have all of these different sectors from different eras and then, like, apocalypse them so they had to move out of the shelters into the newly terraformed world? And that's your, like, Exodus from Eden event? You know, you don't have to... Fucking humans. You don't have to constantly repeat that stuff. You can just be better. Ryoko. This should be new. Shinonome discovers Ida's true feelings and motive from watching surveillance footage in the underground facility of 2105. Realizing that Ida is attached only to Tomi Kisaragi and has no intention of saving Shinonome and the others, Shinonome finally loses her patience and ends up shooting and killing Ida. Good for her. Good for you. Megumi Yakushiji can't be the only John Wick of this game, going out just blasting every person she sees. You know what? Cheers. Good job, Ryoko. You shot the right person. Ida seeks to transplant the simulated personality of the revived Kisaragi android into the physical body of the current Kisaragi, but she rejects the idea. He then realizes that he should have transplanted Kisaragi into the living body of the current Kisaragi to begin with, instead of reviving her as an android first. For that reason, he aims to reset the world and begin anew. Which is maybe why we don't see Ida at all during the combat phases, right? It's all Goto and all my pilots, and occasionally Miyuki Inaba and Baby Chihiro. And they're all against Tetsuya Ida. Except, hopefully, ideally, he's just fucking dead. But maybe he had some dead man switch set up that would revive him via, like, you know, personality and memories copied onto Sector 0. It's entirely possible. I mean, maybe that's even why he looks different. But even here, his eyebrow color looks different. This is like a side view, and he's making a different face, so it's hard to say, but his nose and chin look different. Miyuki Inaba, an extremely important character, also sung that super cool Macross song. During the Sentinel infection of 2064, Inaba was piloting Sentinel 16 when it was shifted up to the orbiting command ship. Oh, well, that explains how she got there, because they were all shifted in different directions into different sectors, and hers was just like way back up in the orbiting command ship. What else is going on in the orbiting command ship? That's something we've seen basically nothing of. Assuming the UFO underground is actually like, you know, an underground facility of universal control. I don't know. And there's one under every single different sector. Terraforming. I think I saw this last time too. Process of modifying a planet to be more hospitable to whoever wants to habitat it. That's not how you use that word, but you get it. The song. It sounds just like what Tomi used to seeing online as a cool internet idol. And just in case, because Switch is kind of shoddy, we can just go ahead and complete Ryoko, even though, like, there's a few others here. And we unlocked Takatoshi. But I want to finish Ryoko first. Because, like, what do you do with that information? You've already killed Tetsuya Ida. You've seen that he was trying to reset the world, and depending on when that footage took place, maybe he did? I guess we know the Tomi Kisaragi android spent some time in that sector in the UFO because, like, a bunch of other characters came by and contacted her. Eiseki Gahara did. And she was there when Shu... when Ida resurrected Izumi, who then hopped into the Tomi body, and that's why he was resurrecting her in the android, presumably. So that was pretty recently. But if that was very recently, why does he look like adult Shu instead of Tetsuya Ida? In fact, real quick, because we just saw Ida, Ryoko, which one of these? Yeah, let's just look at this one. He was right here, getting shot. Terminator in. I mean...
What in the hell?
Sakura High, Sector 4.
Even the Jin doesn't look the same.
The gate and the science.
Right?
Amiguchi's not here. Shit, we left him.
He doesn't stand with the same posture. He doesn't blink the same.
Tell me the truth, Mr. Ida. Am I just being used?
Why did he change his hair to be more like Goto in the past
If that's what you
3
want,
years or so?
then I don't care.
Move, say stuff. I want to see you animate. Aside from trying to look like Genji.
Mr. Ida, you were just going to throw us so you could have a do-over.
Shinonome-kun, just take a breath. This is all a...
And we've seen him through the eyes of Ryoko and Yuki, right? So that's what he looks like. Except for in Shu's memories, where he looks like adult Shu.
Yes.
So maybe that's a different body. And this is after... It's after a reset already.
Easy. Take your...
Which means one of the current Tomis might be his plan. Goto's not here.
Shinonome? Do you know what year? What's the last thing?
426. He got away from me. I won't let him escape next time.
Sort of.
I see. All right.
Oh, pills. I can't think.
How are you feeling?
My head really hurt.
Maybe I should keep you here for further observation.
My internal clock just needs a bit to readjust.
You're putting too much of a burden on your nervous system. You need to stop shifting. Do you still have your pills? Make sure you're taking them.
Okay. See, the way this game presents itself is so wacky.
Feel a little better.
I almost want to look in the event log, because we did this, and then we went here and probably did, like, this first one or something like that. And then forever after that, we started here, and all the rest of the shit happened. But if this is anything like a timeline, and they're having the first conversation that they had again, because we're here instead of here, then whatever is here already happened. But she has the surveillance footage memories that she got here. This fucking game.
Mr. Ida, he didn't die. He helped me.
Okay. And
Surveillance footage? That's right. I saw something important. I can't remember.
oh no.
I should go look again. It was in Shikishima's underground facility.
Yeah, okay.
21. I just need to get to the gate.
So you need to get away from Goto,
Right, she's been modified.
who's not here.
Sumi-kun, he has the same symptoms. Number 14.
Okay. Goto's not here, so we don't have to... Oh. I mean, do you want to hear about
Take
the
those
pills?
when you're headache. The medicine is you may experience, but don't worry.
Yeah, I don't know about that whole quickly
Why
returning
can't we
thing.
time travel right now.
The gate has been sealed by someone. I'm looking into it.
The gate is locked. There's only one person who could have done it.
Her!
Him. It has to be.
Or I guess
426.
Ida. Oh.
The one that set up the gates in the
So yeah,
first
this is like
place.
happening before you... Wait.
So we're stuck here?
Wait.
The source of the disaster, if we don't capture 426.
But you don't have the Asekigahara knowledge. But you do have the surveillance... Man, your timeline in your own head is so screwed up.
The source of the disaster, if we don't capture... The source of... If...
Whoops.
It's only a matter of time before I need the list of those who are compatible. Of course, that includes the people of this era too.
I'll see what I can do.
There's no other option. If we don't find him, the result will be worse than anything we imagined. Or would you rather I go ask the students, one by one?
Fine. The file is on my desk. It
Yeah,
isn't
this is...
everyone, but it does list those who are compatible at this school.
Humans with the capacity have already been identified.
Except it's not
Fuyusaka
the
and
future.
Kisayakushi- All of the
And you already have the thought and the files.
files are only for the girl.
That's all we have. Goto-kun has information on the boys. You can consult with him.
So that the plan to gather 4 girls. Wait. I don't have the list, Renya Goto.
But we maybe want to avoid
I'll fix
Renigoto.
it. We're counting on you. If I get any information on him...
But it's the only... They said the gates... What if it's a lie? A way to try and keep me here.
You know what? Good thought. Good thought. Let's just go there instead of finding Goto. Right. I don't see a big lock on it. Do you?
Surveillance? I saw something. If Asekigahara isn't 426...
Okay, you do know this
then
now.
who's the one that messed...
Your
The
memories
coordinates
just go
were
in and
shifting through
out.
Time. They're set in 40, so he can't...
Doesn't look locked to me. Oh, never mind. Looks pretty locked.
I knew it wouldn't work.
What are you doing?
What do you think she's doing?
Morimura.
I locked the gate. You won't be able to use it.
I knew it. It was you. You disabled the gates, not 426.
Huh.
Stop being ridiculous. You need to take your pills.
Everybody keeps telling her that.
I won't let those damn mind-controlling pills screw with my head anymore.
You're just going to get a huge mind-cracking migraine instead.
Who told you that?
I saw it for myself. You're trying to mess with both me and Iori Fuyusaka's head.
Okay, big true. Which is way different than latex Morimura.
She's getting worse.
So, like, we had Goto's very first scene where he was like, you're acting different. So the real question is, who the fuck are you? So do we now have Iori Fuyusaka, baby Chihiro Morimura, latex Chihiro Morimura, and nurse Morimura, who is not actually Morimura, right?
The code that infected the Sentinels in 2064. It separates the nanomachines from the rest of your brain. Your memories will keep disappearing. Those pills you've been taking, They inhibit that separation. They try to preserve the link. But its effectiveness has been gradually decreasing.
No, I won't believe anything you say.
I mean, smart idea, but...
Where's Renya Goto? Are you screwing him up too?
It was you, you know.
Who killed Ida?
You were the cause of the infection.
I mean, plausible. Not as much of a mind-bending revelation as possible. We've been calling it DD426.
You inserted the code that 426 created.
Uh-huh.
No, just more lies.
It's true.
You just casually walk by without hearing the beginning of this conversation like she's right, you know.
You were conspiring with Morimura this whole time?
I've told you the truth a number of times.
Who did we see on the bridge in the end of Yuki's timeline? Or timeline, story events. Wasn't it Ryoko, Latex Morimura, Goto, and Ida?
But you weren't able to accept it. You couldn't hold on to the memory.
That's a lie. You messed me up with those pills. You made me confused.
It's all there. You just have to remember.
In fact, when you saw yourself say it, you broke
The
down.
code that infected the Sentinels. DD426. You were the one that gave it to Sekigahara.
You're lying.
It spread from Sekigahara's Sentinel. Sentinel Hangar 2064. Is this when Sekigahara went around updating the Sentinels? Oh, hi.
Mr. Ida,
Hi, clearly not Shu.
you to ask for me personally? I can't tell you how happy it made me.
I've been waiting.
What is your obsession with him in the first place?
I need you to look at this.
An interlocutor update? Code DD426.
The nanomachines within you, there is a flaw in the program. It is inhibiting you from unlocking the full extent of their power. But there exists a code to fix it.
A flaw?
If we implement this, the Sentinel's capabilities will increase greatly.
This was you trying to force a reset.
Morimura-san, however, does not agree.
Why?
She believes the Sentinels are more than capable as they are.
Why is she like that? She's always going against you, Mr. Ida.
Oh my
If
god.
only everyone was as understanding as you. I want us to give this
The
code a
gaslighting.
try. It'll be our little secret, of course. And then Morimura-san will see who was right.
And you never told Morimura this, and that's why you knew you were going to stay behind in the losing battle of 64 anyway.
All you have to do is put this code into the Sentinel.
Because all you wanted to do was behave as normal until a reset happened.
Okay, I'll do it.
But this doesn't line up with adult Ryoko saying, fuck all these people, he was using me always.
An improvement to the Sentinel.
Right? Which implies like an even further into the past, around 2188 version of Ida, was screwing with people already. And was a shit. And not as good as Shu, who's kind of sleazy, but
Ryoko-san,
much better than Ida.
what was Ida talking to you about?
Nothing that concerns you.
Guess I'm still just some kid that lives nearby, huh?
Hey-kun.
Also, well, okay, everybody's based on someone that existed way before this whole project existed. So he was an assassin sent to kill, I forget. Was it Morimura, or was it just people who were investigating Shikishima, because Goto literally had a slush fund?
A fourth wave is approaching. We need to get ready.
How do you have that much time in between waves? How do you have that much time in between waves?
Into number 14. Or I'll put it into number 15, Akun Sentinel.
Why
Mr.
would you
Ida's
put it
right.
into anyone's other than your own if you want to go with
And now,
Ida?
Akun will know it too.
Okay. Ryoko! I'm glad that you shot Tetsuya Ida, but, like, the more sane version of you is kind of petty. Like, why?
Do you remember? After you shifted, you went missing. It took a long time to get you back. When we finally did, your condition was already terminal.
When did she get picked up after the Battle of 64? She got picked up by the police, right?
We've been
That
able
has
keep
to
it
be.
at bay with the medication.
That has to be the first time she got back with everybody after the Battle of 64. Because the police found her mech, and then Ida found her.
But the destruction of your memories has already begun.
For you, we tried to reinforce your memories with nanomachines, but it hasn't gone well.
We thought if we let you roam free, that your memories would stabilize.
However,
I don't know why you thought that.
your memories kept failing. It only made you become further detached from reality.
Even still, it is imperative that you remember. Only you can clear the infection within the Sentinels.
Wait, how?
Because only you know the password.
It's just password protected?
We don't have much time. Please. You...
It's just... That's too simple. I mean, that jives with what 2188 version of Ryoko said, but it's not the same situation, right? I mean, you remember doing it. You remember doing it.
You're awake.
Who are you?
Try and remember.
Akun?
That's right.
I can't remember my name.
Ryoko Shinonome.
Is that my name? It doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, no. Is that not her name?
Oh, right. I need to find... What was I looking for again? I can't remember.
You don't have to anymore. You don't have to look for anything, Ryoko-san.
I mean,
More
he knows her as
importantly,
Ryoko.
How are you feeling?
I feel... good.
Yeah? That might explain why you're not having super problems in the mech.
Refreshed. Peaceful, even.
Did you do the Okino thing?
Maybe it's just not possible.
The nanomachines linked to her memory have all separated. She barely has any memories left.
But...
The memories you implanted in her, what are they?
We did the same for all of you. When you were connected to the learning devices,
What learning devices? What learning
you
devices?
gained the knowledge needed to control the Sentinels and the gates.
Okay, so what's the whole compatibility thing then?
Those memories were backed up in case there was an accident.
So she has her memories of what happened before the incident.
No,
Sort of.
not all of them.
But yeah, clearly
We
not
only
all of
backed
them.
up those which pertain to learning.
Oh, great.
So all she knows is how to control the Sentinel. Ryoko-san.
The password to remove the infection.
Gone, along with the rest of her memories. We can no longer rely on the Sentinels.
Huh? This is why Goto is suspicious of Morimura. This Morimura.
So that's it. You're giving up? There is still one way to use the Sentinels.
No. Further exposure to the infection, and there's no guarantee you'll survive.
He's not talking about himself. After everything you've taken from her, it still isn't enough. I won't let you put her in the Sentinel.
I've got news for you, A.
No. No, Akun. Sentinel number 14. It was made just for me. By Mr. Ida. It's my Sentinel.
Ryoko-san.
It's all she knows. It's all she knows
Won't
at this
let
point.
anyone else fight for me.
Damn, dude, it's all she knows. I mean, at least her mind being torn apart is over and done with, but she's left with so little. God damn, Ryoko. I love that everybody has a different pose. It's so cool. God damn, Ryoko, your story is so sad. You're barely there. You're barely there. Damn. That's rough, buddy. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Ryoko, that's the roughest. The absolute roughest. Way rougher than Ida, who's just being like a self-serving piece of shit. Rougher than, like, once you kind of learn the truth of everything, literally rougher than everyone. Most of Ryoko's personality and memory and experience has just been eaten away. But she knows how to pilot that robot. Damn. Blinded by her feelings toward Ida, Shinonome falls for his trick and adds DD-426 to a Sekigahara Sentinel. During the 2064 battle, DD-426 infects the Sentinel and Juro Kurabe, Sekigahara, and Shinonome suffer brain damage. Shinonome went missing for some time after the force shift, losing her memories up to a point where she couldn't even remember her own name. The one thing she does remember is that Ida chose her for Sentinel number 14. Morimura tries everything to get the password to decontaminate the Sentinels from her, but ends up failing. When the Kaiju appear in 85, Shinonome activates Sentinel 14 with her memories of Ida on her mind. But at that point, does she remember killing him? Probably not. Does she remember why she was justified in killing him? Probably not. Does she remember him doing anything with, like, Miyuki Inaba Tomi Kisaragi? Probably not. Jeez, Ryoko. You would have been much better off if you hung out with this person. Double Genius Okino. Then there's 2188 Ryoko, who was brokenhearted after realizing that Tetsuya Ida has been using her from the very beginning. She loses all hope for humanity and alters Project Arc so that the heavy machinery will purge humans from all sectors. Her goal is to trigger a reset every time the project reaches its final process, causing all sectors to fall into a never-ending loop. Which sounds like something that happened at the very, 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 very beginning of all of these events. Before any loops happened, before the project really got underway, before we had these clones of everybody, maybe even before everybody's memories were backed up as data in Sector 0. Damn, I'm going to have to unlock DD-426 now. That should be the next thing. The cause of this defeat was the DD-426 code that Shinonome put into Sekigahara Sentinel. Also, there may have only been, like, not all of them fighting. You know? And a couple of others that are locked. I bet you... Dang, it's up here. I bet you DD-426 was updated too. Woof! Ryoko Shinonome cleared. Holy shit. Your story's sad. I think we go with Keitaro next. I could do a couple of levels, or a couple of Takatoshi, right? I could do like 1 or 2 Takatoshi, get him up to like 75. And then we go Miura and Sekigahara. and then Juro and Megumi, and then Rinya. I think that sounds pretty good. We just got Takatoshi unlocked again. Finally, 8 protagonists at over 80%. I've got 8 cleared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cleared. So let's do a Takatoshi Hijiyama chapter or 2, and then jump over to probably Mira. But first, I'm going to go touch some grass really shortly. It'll be a little bit longer than a couple of times, or like yesterday. I've got to pick up a sprinkler and put some things back in order. So I'll be right back. Sorry about the gap. Hi, garbage. I'm back. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciates it. Okay. Grass touching is done for the day. Why is this region so hot and so dry? And why do people insist on having lush green lawns when it's like 105 out and it hasn't rained in months? Except for like a 1/20th of an inch a few days ago. Anyway, back to the game with terraforming that we could really use right about now. Well, y'all could really use. I can just go back to my home planet if things get too bad. But let's do a little Takatoshi Hijiyama, because we just unlocked him, and he's way behind 70%. And we're not going to be able to touch Goto for a while. Let's get Takatoshi up to, I want to say 2 chapters. We'll probably put him at like 75. He's done 3, and he's at 42, so that's probably 16% each time. No, that doesn't make any sense. It's 42 divided by 3. Like 14%? Maybe he'll be at 60 after 2. While chasing Tsukasa Okino, Takatoshi Hijiyama is reunited with Megami Yakushiji at the school. He recalled being shot for seemingly no reason by the one who blessed him with yakisoba pan. Is that really the last thing you saw? You found Okino. Okay, so this scene right here was when we saw Okino put the mind reading device on him. And all we really got out of it was like, oh, you really like being dominated and commanded around and kind of tortured by me. Dami Mommy Okino. This game is so wild. I really love that we have our 1940s soldier who finds himself lusting after, like, genderqueer scientist person who almost doesn't exist except for as the nanomachines in their own head. Let's go, Hijiyama. Okay.
I should head to school.
Should you head to school?
Yakisoba-pan's waiting.
Oh, of course, of course.
Wait. That's not the point. Can't lose focus. I need to find Okino.
To figure out what was going on when they were probing your brain.
Noodles stir-fried in sauce.
But this is all he can really think about. He has 2 thoughts. What's in Okino's pants? They've got such a cute face and voice, and yakisoba pan.
I don't trust much in this post-war world. But if there's one exception, it's my yakisoba pan. If I had to guess, Okino must be a cat person.
You wish they were a cat person.
Well, not that that's particularly important to know. So the Sentinel's a weapon from the future?
Sort of.
It's strange to say, but it does make sense. After all, even one of its...
Yeah. Everything about this place is way beyond your 1940s sector.
Now, where is Okino?
Why does Okino even really hang around here during the day anyway? Damn, this is his normal move speed. Like, run, jog. Hell yeah. You just come from the back, I suppose? We're gonna be doing a lot more of that.
Whoa.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Just another student, but she's so pale and covered in bandages.
Is this sort of thing normal in the
In the
80s?
tree shade, she looked more ghost than girl.
Yeah, that's fair. Have you seen Takatoshi
She's
before?
No ghost, but she is hauntingly beautiful.
Oh, you do have a thing for the extra, extra pale.
As long as I've gotten this close already, maybe. No. This is not the time.
What does that even mean? I got close to a girl. Maybe that means we can...
Is this cheating? Why would it be? Okino's a man anyway. If, hypothetically, I had fallen for him,
yeah.
it was when I believed him to be a girl.
Uh-huh, and?
Oh, now I remember. He cozied up to that rascal Ogata, too.
Sort
He even
of.
confessed his love.
I mean, you know Okino lies to manipulate people.
Sorry, Okino.
You're the victim of
But
it.
you strayed first. It's only fair.
Jesus, you are from the 40s.
Excuse me, miss.
Oh. I mean, how do you feel like that when you've undoubtedly been through the cafeteria? Break area. Okino's probably in the break area, going by anything we've seen plenty of times before. How do you feel like that just by approaching a girl when you've gone to the cafeteria to get yakisoba pan, like, I don't know how long you've been here, but many times. And they're all your age, too. If not, maybe, like, a little bit younger. Like I said, at the very least, Ryoko is a second year and not a first year, so good for you. Let's go to the break area. I assume Okino will be there, but there's going to be multiple paths through this anyway. Although, honestly, could just go down the line, right? The game kind of has a habit of doing that.
Hey, Karabe-kun.
Well, this isn't the thing that happened.
I got somewhere to be.
Well, all right.
Huh, we kind of know where this is in the story, but we never saw an interaction between
I don't have any money.
these two. Hey, Shu, can I bum, like, 50 yen, 150 yen? Okay, yeah. Nothing in the break area. We just kind of know where that event was in the story. And there's almost no way you could have gotten here without seeing it.
I know that cat. It's Okino's little friend again.
Unless it talks to you.
That kitty is so cute. Does it live at the school? Oh, you mean Lucky? Lucky? Oh, you know, because he's a lucky cat.
Sure, okay.
Is it? A cat of many names, it sounds like.
What's so lucky about him? You just hang around this cat, and you start finding money everywhere.
What? I mean, that's been true for Takatoshi.
What? Seriously? I mean, it's usually like a couple coins. Oh, so just loose change.
Well, worth a try.
Worth a shot.
Let's see what's under the box, shall we?
You've seen it happen once before.
No, there wouldn't be any around here.
Oh, it's just the generic thought of change. You can go to the cafeteria, but you don't have any money for the cafeteria either, so I guess let's go find Lucky. Let's go back to the walkway. It's used to getting fed by Okino in the walkway.
No, there wouldn't.
Right? Nada. We can go back in the old school? No. Come on, now you have slow walk and jog instead of jog and run. Go back to the break area then. Maybe Okino's there and we'll buy you something to drink. Shoe's gone. Time to go back to the old school then. Maybe Okino's feeding it inside. I love this soundtrack. I want to figure out who made this soundtrack. Damn, nothing? Nothing. But there have been so few scenes where Hijiyama ran into anyone else. He was there in a couple of Ogata scenes. He was there in a couple of Sekigahara scenes. Maybe just the one. Nothing. I guess let's go to the cafeteria. I can go back to the break area, but like... That's a lot of gym uniforms.
I don't have any money.
Oh, we really do have to find the cat. Go back to the schoolyard. Can I talk to anyone about Lucky? Maybe I missed that. Girls? Nah. Boys? Nah. Track team members? Nah. Back to the break area yet again. Weird. I know.
No, there wouldn't be any around here.
I mean, there might be. Some people may have dropped some yen by the machines. Is this one of those times where I have to wait? No. Hey, cat. It's the one time where they don't give me my fast run. Hey, kitty. Come on out. This is where Okunyo feeds you. Can I go, like, all the way to the right in the school building? Nada. I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. I have to find... Wait, you found change around here before.
No, there.
Are you sure?
No, there.
I feel like I might have to have that thought at the right spot, but like... Hear about loose change. Be the ultimate high school bum. Maybe we wait in the cafeteria and someone will come by. Certainly don't see the cat anywhere. I can't think about change here.
Noodles stir-fried.
Okay, that hasn't changed either. I can't use the change thought on anyone.
I don't.
I can just go straight from the cafeteria to the wooden school building. I haven't been doing that. Can't think about change here. Can I think about change next to the trash can in the drink area? What is going on? This is less confusing. This is the least confusing part of the game, but it's confusing from like a mechanic sense. Like, what am I even supposed to be doing? We've gone everywhere.
No,
So he's not...
No, there wouldn't be any around here.
I don't have any direction outside of, like, look for the cat. Look for change.
No, there would...
Was... Is there some... Can I think about change here? Is there some, like, on the ground where the cat was? Boom!
100 yen coin. That's a lucky find.
How much more do you need for Yakisoba Pawn? I think it was 150 last time, right? That's how much you had.
I have 100 yen on me. 150 yen? I don't have the money.
Gotta find the cat again. Keep pressing that button.
No, there wouldn't.
Gotta find Lucky again. Maybe now Okina's over here. You can get a drink at least. Why would the cat constantly be leaving change?
I have 100 yen on me.
Milk, coffee, hey C, what do you like to drink?
I have 100 yen on me.
Buy? Nah. You're an old dude. You drink milk coffee. Hi, King.
Coffee, huh? It's good. Sweet, too.
Man, if that has, like, condensed milk in it. What about soda? Have you ever had soda?
No, I shouldn't. One can drink a day seems like a healthy limit.
You didn't have a canned drink. But, honestly, good for you. Hey, there we go. Did you find more?
Oh, that's... a 100 yen coin. That's a lucky find.
Huh. Why does the cat always have money? Is it like a Persona reference?
Hey, did you see that guy? He was looking under the vending machines. What do you think he was doing?
Maybe he dropped his change?
Oh, what? I wouldn't go digging around for it. That looks so sketchy.
Oh, really? That was my very first idea after the cat didn't appear anywhere.
That's...
Is it another 100 yen coin?
a 100 yen coin. That's
Bam.
a lucky find.
Now you can get your Yakisoba Pawn. The most important thing in your life after Okino. Or maybe Ryoko. The two pretty girls. You bum. What are you even doing, Takatoshi? What do you do with your time and your day? Right? Yakisoba Pawn.
250 yen on me.
Okino.
Your finest yakisoba pan, please.
I should have 100 left.
Sorry
Eat
for making you
it.
wait, yakisoba pan, but it's okay now. Time to dig in.
Yeah, definitely don't drop it.
Delicious. Impossibly delicious.
It's so
Of
much
course it
better
is.
than anything
Yakisoba
from 40
Pawn.
years ago.
Noodles stir-fried in sauce. I don't trust much, but if
Wait, how is that added to my thought cloud? It was always there. He's never not thinking about yakisoba pan.
I don't see Okino anywhere.
Okino is
Is
secondary.
he not at school?
Might be out in the break area if he's not here.
Oh,
Hello. Hello, Miura.
Isn't
Sekigahara.
one of the Sentinel scout units. Why is this here?
And this is after Sekigahara has lost his memory.
He's
And maybe after he sent Yuki away. But you know who this is.
you. You're the one from the shrine where we crossed time.
Was this maybe before he saw Okino?
What's wrong? You can't move?
No, it has to be afterwards.
Something's happened.
So you should have seen him already,
Did
right?
Okino get him too? I should get him back to the hideout. Don't tell me I'm going to have to carry him. What a hassle. What am I, just another one of Okino's cronies?
Yes, clearly.
I don't have to run around cleaning up his messes.
What do you think, bot?
Stop, plastic gizmo!
Oh, okay.
What's Sentinel technology doing here? How did you get here? I'll take a look.
Well, how do you know how to use that?
What is this?
Jesus Christ. How do you... Okay, how do you know how to make it project anything? How do you know how to ask for one of these records? How do you know any... well, okay, he worked with the Sentinels in the 40s with Okino. He's spent some time with Okino recently. That's clearly him, too. That's 2188 Takatoshi Hijiyama.
What were you thinking, Okino?
What's wrong, Takatoshi?
And that's 2188 Okino. First time we've seen either of these two.
What's wrong is this core system.
Oh, figured it out, huh?
Everybody's been working on the terraforming project.
Okino? Professor Shinonome found it.
Professor Shinonome.
Daimos? Really? Everyone knows that's one of the old kaiju survival sims. Even I played that thing all the time when I was a kid.
Don't worry about it.
You're putting the fate of humankind's last colony in a video game?
Humankind's last colony. Have there been other colonies? And that's what the ARC project is? It's just DNA and digital memories? And you're going out to terraform a planet, which will take way longer. Like, the travel and the terraforming will take way longer than whatever. Was there a real invader back on Earth?
I'm just reusing the infrastructure. Environment management code. Relax. We're not gonna get kaiju popping up.
Is this whole thing an electronic sim?
Still.
That, like, not even Morimura or Tetsuya Ida know about?
And hey, faster than building the code base from scratch, right?
Okay, that's fair.
Come on. You love me, so you can trust me, right?
Nice! OG copies of the characters are big gay for each other. Critical support for this game.
We've done all we can for the human race's future. As long as this colony's life support holds out, as long as I've got even a second more, I'd rather spend it with you.
Tsukasa, you're right. I'd rather be holding you right now myself. I'll see if I
Hell
can
yeah.
explain it to Professor Shinonome.
Thanks. I love you, Takatoshi.
Say it, Okino.
What is this?
This is still the Miura bot, right? How did you know to show that to Hijiyama?
That wasn't me, was it?
Oh yeah, it was.
But Okino
You're big
and I
gay.
were together. In love.
You make a great couple.
It's impossible.
You make a great couple. Come on, man.
What did you just show me? Put it up again.
You can replay it for you if you want.
Here begins my final log. This isn't the same recording.
No.
Tsukasa's dead.
What fucking happened?
The medical bio kits are no good to me now. So, I only got an hour or two left.
What happened?
energy dispute.
And then what? It came to blows?
He argued to cancel the plan, to divert the energy to life support. If that damn Ogata and his cronies hadn't come armed.
OG Ogata was against Project Arc to begin with, huh?
Too late to point fingers now. Izumi-san shot Tsukasa. So I made him pay. Him and his allies.
Juro Izumi kills OG 2188, I'm assuming. Juro Izumi kills Tsukasa Okino.
As for the survivors, there's Professor Shinonome and Ida. They made it out safe.
Okay.
And me. Though, I figure I don't have long left. The hangar's blown out. And the colony's in ruins.
What happened?
It won't even take 20 hours. All we've worked for will be gone. I came here so I could protect people. And now I'll die here. With my friend's blood on my hands. If Project Arc actually goes through. If I actually get to be reborn somehow.
Kind of, sort of, but not really, but kind of.
I hope I live to protect them. Protect all my friends.
Damn, you and Okino have, like, major motivation now.
My friends. I'm Tsukasa.
What happened?
Reborn. Okino was killed? What did I just see?
Show me more. Show me more, bot. Show me more. God damn it. So, humankind's last colony. They were already on a control ship of some sort. Or in a space colony, maybe. Or a terraformed colony with all legitimate people before Project Arc. But Project Arc has gone through, and so the floating command ship is maybe the Arc ship still, right? That seems like the most plausible thing. But maybe it was not the first colony, but like a colony orbiting a planet that was in the process of being terraformed that was going to take way too long. And then Ogata, new head of Shikishima, did some shit to try and shut down Project Arc, which we got in somebody's story. Yuki's story? It's either Yuki or Natsuno or Miura, because we saw a lot of logs in Natsuno and Miura's stories. What did... This bot's just hiding, but for some reason is showing him the logs. Takatoshi does not have the ability to look up these logs. Do you maybe have thoughts on that? No? That's crazy. Find
Why do I have this pit in my
Okino.
stomach? Okino, where are you?
Also, maybe take care of Sekigahara.
His biometrics unlocked those personal logs.
Oh, you used him as a key.
That was this world's Takatoshi-san.
Yeah, I brought him here. Looks like Okino's with him, too.
You still remember that. Ogoromocho.
Okino! Oh, good. You're safe.
Hijiyama-kun? What's wrong? Why are you so worked up?
When is he not? You know.
What?
That image. It was definitely Okino. But what even was that?
Something on my face, or...
You didn't go to school today?
Oh, yeah. I skipped to do a little time travel.
Huh?
Wait, don't tell me. Were you out looking for me at school?
Uh-huh, he was. It was really cute. Uh-oh. I don't know if any of this audio is going to go through, but just in case the chat log doesn't show up, Upload just dumped on itself. I can save here and continue later. Let me do a speed test, but I continue to drop about 60 frames every second, so we'll see. Maybe it's just OBS. My download is perfectly fine. Upload occasionally spikes to like almost 5. Upload looks to be about half of what it should be. Time for a ping test. Ping test is kind of fine. Ping test is kind of fine. Speed test was definitely low. 0% loss. What is this YouTube open widget? Oh, it's just repeated errors over the past couple of minutes. Okay. Huh. I'm going to restart the stream. I'll also save right here just in case.